Ay, filling my pocket with legal tender, cost me to be the winner. Fly out before I can see the winner, no more TV dinners. Wake up and roll me a wood in the morning, I heard it go good with the vitamin C. Baby, you don't need no friend for this eating, believe me, you better all ride with me. Slide to the loo in my leisure, but still had to cop me a crib right outside of the D. I let them think what they wanted, cause bitch, I got bundles of bread, it ain't bothering me. I've been up late in the lab just in case you was looking, that's where I'ma probably be. Make sure you thought about all of that shit that you saying before you done brought it to me. Brought all my salt to the masses, as soon as I dropped out of classes, I knew it was over. Lately I feel like I'm cashes and poverty made me a savage, just weight on my shoulder. Told my little baby the waiting is over, I showed her I'm really the man. All of these rappers be trying to send me they songs, I just told them to send me a band. All of my niggas gon' turn up the function, I'm hitting the stage with that Henny in hand. Boy, you ain't popping until you can fly out the country, I met on my city demands. I do not rock with authority morally, none of them niggas be coming correct. Watch how you treating the one at the bottom tomorrow, he might just be coming connect. I know that well what I know, I can't speak what I don't. I don't stress how you feel, so I'm gonna do what I want. Know damn well what I know, I don't speak but I don't. I can't stress how you feel, so I'm gonna do what I want. I can't fight, I'm over that, that just feel like overkill. Act like I ain't told you that, don't do that, you know the deal. I can't fight, I'm over that, that just feel like overkill. Act like I ain't told you that, don't do that, you know the drill. Filling my pocket with legal tender, cost me to be the winner. Shining so hard they gon' see me in her, no more TV dinners. All that I know is I know what I know and I gotta go learn what I don't. I do recall how them niggas had treated me, wish I could say that it healed but I won't. I've been up middle of the night, got a new riddle to write, that's the life of an artist. Girl, you too pretty to fight, let's just be civil tonight, I'ma love you regardless. All of this love in the air, what are you niggas not breathing or something, what's up? Niggas be tripping on power, talking to me like I need them or something, that's tough. Tougher than you could imagine, seem like my usual fashion is never to worry. Ain't got the time to be wasting, but I cannot honestly tell you it's better to hurry. Hurting your feelings if ever you think that I'm giving a fuck, just give it some time. Don't even give them attention, if ever I feel their intention is different from mine. I do whatever I wanna and most of them only gon' do what they fit in the break. Popping too much for the populous area, roll me a blunt and go sit by the lake. Living my life in the moment, the power is present and present is all that we got. None of these niggas ain't telling me nothing, the moment they hear it, it's already hot. I know damn well what I know, I can't speak but I don't. I don't stress how you feel, so I'm gonna do what I want. Know damn well what I know, I don't speak but I don't. I can't stress how you feel, so I'm gonna do what I want. I can't fight, I'm over that, that just feel like overkill. Act like I ain't told you that, don't do that, you know the deal. I can't fight, I'm over that, that just feel like overkill. Act like I ain't told you that, don't do that, you know the drill.
Yeah, talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the fucks I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a fuck, that's what they don't understand.
I'm back again like Zeus. season, I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming now, my roof leaving. Don't give a fuck, I don't care. Hit the shit by my lonesome. No wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run. All I really want is my share. Get him, I got him, I told him it's nothing. In the discussion.
What up?
Shit is disgusting. I hear them bragging about shit that they did. And they do not move me, not in the least. They ain't been dropping no seeds in the soul. But swear that you on my spot at the feast. I've been on cold.
YouTube, micro gaming repairs one.
What up, MGR, man?
Going to easily get disabled, and you know how it is.
MGR, why you kicking it off like that, man? Why you kicking it off, MGR, like that? Can we roll into it? Can we roll into it, sir? You just say it's just like that? Yo, matter of fact, hold up. And I'm gonna put my dog in real quick because I got a co-host today. All right. I'm gonna get my dog in too, but y'all see 100% going to easily get disabled, and you know how it is. Everyone's cat, dog, distant relative, or ghost his update, man. He talking facts, man. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Nick Moses 05. MoFam, we in here, and I got the family here tuned in. We gonna jump straight in and talk to it. We gonna watch the video. We gonna break all this down from the rooter to the tutor, from the beginning to the end, theories, how it works, possibilities, what's up there. We doing it all. All right. For those who don't know, we're going to discuss a video about a flash card for the Nintendo Switch. For those who have not seen it, we're going to watch the video today. But a flash card, I wasn't in the Nintendo 3DS scene, but in context of gaming consoles, it's pretty much a device that mimics the console's game card, right? Very, very nice. Allows you to play your backups, your homebrew, all your nice stuff. Very, very easy. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my co-host right now. We got a couple people in the chat. I want to shout out everybody in the chat, man, okay? And I see my man, Don, CMGI. Hold on. All right, now there we go. There, you with me, man? Are you there?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Oh, man, what's going on? Now, Dan, before we even get started, let's just pull up the video, right? Let's get straight to the video. All right? Now, here's the video. All right?
Now, real quick, I think you have your audio playing through your speakers, not through your headphones.
Hold on, my audio playing through my... Why, you hear the talking?
I can hear it like reverberating through.
That's because I got it in the background, man. I got it in the background. There you go. I don't know who talking at that time, but be able to hear. I had it from, I'll be streaming live gaming.
Micro, I want to let this play, but I need to say right now, Micro, it's gonna be just like chips right now. It's gonna be an AliExpress special and probably nothing more. People want to play the AliExpress game now, right? That's unless some team wants to come out and claim this, right? No one has officially claimed Instincts. No one has officially claimed the HW flies, right? No one has claimed those officially.
Right. So
no one needs to claim this.
Let's go ahead. We're gonna break it down. So it says here. Now this was posted on Twitter, all right, and this was exactly today, all right, around noontime, right? We've obtained from one of our followers an exclusive video from an upcoming product this person is a beta tester for. So this person that's doing the video is a supposed beta tester, and this video is an exclusive video about an upcoming product. Now, apparently a Flashcart type device is coming pretty soon for Nintendo Switch, which supports all firmwares, all console types from all regions. Although it was long overdue, we were a bit skeptical, so we asked for some kind of proof. To our surprise, this person sent us soon after a video demonstrating the product in use, and it seems perfectly legit, right? So this was how it goes at first, all right? Anyway, we were told that the product is ready. They are apparently shipping the first units for January 2024, so a New Year's gift for everybody. So we should learn a lot more soon. We were promised more updates soon, so make sure to follow us for the latest news about this device and a lot more on @AfterTimeX. And shout them out. And you see, it was already game over for the Switch once Switch emulation hit the Steam Deck. And you got a lot of different things there. Now we can go through, but first we're gonna play the video and pull it up big. I want everybody to see. Now I don't want no picture, man. Play it big. My fault. Now, as we look at that video, Doc Specimen, break down. What do you see? What do you see, man?
All right. So first off, it's playing at like 3 frames a second on my end. I don't know if that's how's that look on YouTube. Yeah,
Three
same thing on
frames a
YouTube.
second.
It's pretty choppy on YouTube right now.
It's choppy. Hold on. Let me look.
But
Let me look at my stream.
you're looking just
All
fine.
right. Okay.
YouTube video
Okay.
specifically.
Here we go. Here we go. It's YouTube specifically. Now on Twitch, the video is choppy. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna actually stop the sharing. Here we go. We're gonna take a look. I'm gonna stop everything. Give me a second. Give me a second. All right. Stop the video. And stop the sharing. Now we're gonna get everything. I'm gonna check. This is also over the web, man. I usually do it straight through OBS, right? So sometimes when you're doing through Restream, you gotta rely on Restream too. Now, how are things looking right now? If we had to
Now,
guess, I'm actually checking my settings.
Your camera looks fine. Your camera was smooth. It was specifically
The
the
video.
the video. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull open the video again. And let's see if I play the video. Now, I'm going to share one more time. We'll try this again, right? Here we go. Share. Now, let me know. I'm looking along on the side, too, so I can actually see as well. Now, we don't have the video in. We have the video in now. Video looks a lot smoother to me right now. I'm looking directly on my screen here, but I just noticed it got a little choppy here on my left side.
You want me to try it? Me to try to get it on?
Yeah, it's on the web, man. I'm damn near. You know what? I could just go over to OBS and don't have to deal with this issue. It's because I'm on the web, bro.
Let me try real quick. Hold on. I pulled my thing up. You want to
You know
swap
what?
to
Let's
my
do
view?
that. Let's do that. We'll do that then. I'll go ahead and stop the sharing on this one, so that way we don't have to go through the entire thing. Right? Let me stop the video over here. Stop sharing. Stop the video. And there we go. So now we're gonna pull up the video. There we go. All right.
All right, get that playing.
So-
How's that looking?
All right. Let me look. I'm looking to my left as well. All right. Video looks a lot better. I'm looking. That looks great now. So far from what I'm seeing on my left, that looks great. We're gonna leave it like that. All right. So now, Dr. Specimen, man, you are first of all, a lot of people don't know, you are someone who has seen and had some experience with flashcarts in the past. So you've dealt with some others, and you have previous experience with digging deep on a lot of these issues and finding out specifics, and you predicted a lot of things as well. So I'm curious, let me get your take on how things are with this. What do you think this is doing? How do you think this works? Provide me your take on how this is.
So I have a couple theories. I am heavily suspicious, like the Gateway, that this is having to rely on some form of exploit. Now, this could mean one of two things. This could mean, one, that there is somehow some ungodly game card based exploit that no team has thought to find or look for that they have found, or there's an unfortunate possibility that this could be something that you would already need a mod chip switch for. Like, this isn't going to make your ability to play pirated games any easier. All right, we got that over. I'll stop the share. We can go back over it in a moment,
Yeah,
but right now we're
cool.
we're in discussion look right now. So I'm thinking right now that I'm thinking that this might require a mod chip. You need to already disable a lot of stuff. And I'm thinking that what this is going to end up being is some sort of a replacement, a hardware replacement for what the SX XCI loader was doing. Now, if it's not doing any of that, it's got to be some sort of recreation of what the original R4s were doing. I don't know how it would be able to pull that off. But the problem would be with that, and MGR has made a couple points to this, that if this is somehow emulating a game card, well, there's a lot of certs that go in with that. And if there's just one cert going around, or even multiple certs going around that's being attached to these fake game cards, it's either going to be impossibly expensive to maintain for them, or a lot of people are going to start getting banned. And so they either need to have some kind of unholy exploit, like the mother of all exploits, in order for this to work without a mod chip, or this is going to require a mod chip in order to work. And I wanna pull this
See how
back.
this works. I'm gonna see how this works too. If I leave this playing, and I want to turn the sound off. I don't need the sound. Right? We don't need to hear them at all. Right? Is that better, or are we still pop lock and dropping? It
Yeah,
still slows down. It still slows down.
it's
Yeah.
slowing down, but it's not as bad. Well, so microgaming repairs just said, yeah, if it requires a mod chip, it's pointless. That is true, but what I will say is that I think this will still sell because there are a lot of people that fucking will die by XCI loading and being able to just throw a file on an SD card and throw the SD card into your system in some way. People really do not like having to install games or get files onto an SD card that you then have to install. And then now you kind of have sort of a double-sized install because you have the install files and then the installed games, and now you got to delete the installed files. It's not really that much of an inconvenience in the real world, but maybe if you've got a small SD card, maybe not having that, double the games is actually means something to you. But the thing is, this thing is not going to. There's no way this thing's going to be cheap. I mean, even if it's a no-name brand that's doing AliExpress drop shipping, the original HW flies, and even later on in the second and third revisions, we're still going for over $100. And the original Gateway, which probably took way less development than this, given it came out in a year after the 3DS came out, that thing still cost $80. If they're selling this for any less than $80, then they're probably not making money on it. Unless for some reason no one thought to do this, and then 2 months ago someone was like, hey, let's go for it, and then it took them a month and they're like, oh shit, that was easy. I mean, that's the only way that they're going to be able to sell this for anything cheap. And again, Micro Gaming Repairs makes another good point that this is going to probably get a lot of people, again, unless they have a mother of all exploits that somehow can completely just fuck Nintendo. This is going to get people banned, and they're not going to be expecting it because of the ease factor that's going to be, if not explicitly, implicitly advertised with selling of this, because what they're probably going to do is they're going to put a big fat solderless label on it. They used it on an OLED, and again, assuming this doesn't use a mod chip as a boost to get this working, they're probably going to advertise it as solderless. And as much as I don't like using this word, noobs are going to come in and go, oh, it's solderless. This is the easy route. Let's buy this. And then they're going to get banned 2 seconds after putting it in their console, and they're not going to understand what's going on.
So, let's talk about all firmwares, all console types.
We heard that before.
Regions. Now, is it possible that, from the description that they gave, there was a video obtained first that they actually didn't even really believe? So they asked for more information and they got this video. First of all, they said they were a beta tester. Now, I can confirm, right? I have been a beta tester before for chips and the Team Executor SX Core. I was there. I've beta tested, right? I can say that. And, I had no idea what all the shit that came later, right? So I can understand someone beta testing. Now, for someone to beta test and to send this information out, do you believe this is, one, bullshit, two, someone that actually is a beta tester that maybe is so excited to be the one to release this information? Or do you think, three, this is someone who had the intention to release this all along and this is kind of planned?
I think this is completely intentional. I mean, well, okay, I don't think it's the second one. I really don't believe it's the second option. I would be shocked if this is bullshit. If this is bullshit, this is one of the best bullshit videos I've ever seen, because this look. Although I will say, was it DM'd to me? Let me. No, it was not. Where was it? Okay. It was mentioned to me that allegedly the guy went out of Mario Kart without pressing the home button. Did he do that? No, he pressed the home button.
Yeah, he did.
Did you mean Mario? Maybe you mean Mario Wonder? No, he definitely pressed the home button. Maybe I was choppy and it skipped over the frame, but no, that's so yeah. No, this is This is definitely a Switch. This isn't a video. This is too well timed for it to be like a video play. Because I know that was something people were saying when Team Executor announced the glitch mod chips, that potentially it was just a video playing over like playing on the Switch, and they had the controllers disconnected, and they were just timing the connection or like the button presses at the right times. I don't think that's what's going on here. And one other thing that you'll notice, so first off, something I find interesting is that the SD card's mounted sideways, which is different from every other flash card. They're usually mounted up at the top. I don't know if you can see my
And
mouse.
there's also a light
normally...
at the top. Yeah.
Yes, so that was something I was going to point out next, and you can kind of see it.
You seen it right there, like you're right in the middle at the top.
Okay,
or right there at the right. You see that?
It might be hard to see.
Look like something at the middle at the top too. Did you see that? Like at the middle of it? Am I going crazy? Like right there in the middle?
So yeah, that's definitely a lighter gray. So that's probably the button. That's probably the button that they're pressing to swap the games. Because you'll notice, and I'll play it. He puts the card in, and it pops up with Mario Wonder, and then he takes it out, puts it back in, and it's
green light
still pops up with Mario Wonder. And then he closes it, and then does it again, and he gives a firm press in the middle where that light gray is, puts it in. And then I get
pushes it again. So it's almost like it's loaded with games, and each time he puts it in. And he is pressing firmly. I could say it's possible he's pressing firmly on that button.
He's got to be. It's got to be like the Sky 3DS, where there's a button on it that cycles it. That's probably what's going on here. That's my guess. What I'm shocked about. Actually, wait. I wonder. Oh, no shit. All right. So here's something interesting. He is connected to the internet. It's kind of hard to see, but that is a Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, definitely see it.
So
now, is it possible that he's connected, but maybe, DNS is blocked?
So 90 DNS does exist, and that's what I'm wondering is, are they maybe going to do some shit where it's like, are they going to... Well, so something I really want to know is...
right? Where you have to go to a specific DNS.
Well, so something I'm wanting to know, because I think... one of the cards was able to do this. I don't remember which one, where you actually could run Homebrew on one of the 3DS cards. Maybe I'm completely incorrect. I could be completely wrong on that. But if this can run Homebrew, it is completely possible that they're going to include tools with this that they basically require you to run, where if it's not an exploit, they've got this running in such a way that it can run Homebrew, and maybe they require you to run a tool that blocks Nintendo, and then before you can unblock Nintendo, it has to wipe off all of the logs that have been collected on your console before it will let you actually go and back online, like, and use Nintendo Online and all of that. Because if he's connected to the internet, which it's a little, so the thing is, he's not tilting it up because he doesn't want to show his face. But I'm fairly...
And I'm kind of with MGR on this. One thing I would say, he said highly doubted that it's able to run Homebrew. And I would agree. It almost seems like this is specific for game files. Just Nintendo Switch game files. And maybe that's it. Is that... MGR, and could it be possible as well that it's wide open? Could this shit be wide open? Could it be online, and could it be possible that they found some software way, right, to make this shit wide open, and now we're going to be on all updates? They will never be able to tell because we can have certs created and they're being sent to a DNS server and all this jazz. Like, could it be possible that we got the full shebang?
So it's great you say that. So first thing I want to say, MGR, he says, what I find weird is to switch games, he has to remove and reinsert it every time, so it just picks a game at random. I vaguely remember, and I want to say it was the Sky 3DS, in the video for that, the guy does the exact same thing with the button on it, but because he doesn't want to hit it lightly, like he doesn't want to like show him carefully pressing it, he just shoves the card in, which hits the button in time for, like, it's still got power from the console, so it's able to do the switch. but then it pops out and he's got to pop it back in. So I'm thinking that's what's happening here is he doesn't want to like try. He doesn't want to show him like lightly pressing the button. He just happens to be popping it out as a consequence of how the button's placed.
Okay.
I don't think him pulling it out has anything to do. I mean, maybe it does. Maybe it's got like a big ass instruction book like take it out twice to switch a game, take it out 3 times to go back a previous game or some shit like that. Like you know, like the middle button on headphones, you got to like double tap for the go forward and triple tap to go back and all that. But now you brought up something great, Nick, about is it possible that they can create certs? Now here's the thing. Me an hour ago would have said, fuck no, there's no way that's possible. I mean, you look at Reswitch, they're the guys that, you know, pulled all this shit, you know, all the shit off initially, and they were saying that that's impossible. All right, here's the thing. I am fully convinced this is possible now. And why am I fully convinced? Because Reswitch has been disproven twice now. Now, I've been critical of Reswitch, and you're about to hear me go fucking in on them. Because they were the guys that said, glitch chips, not possible. You can't do it. The CPU, too sophisticated. It's not possible. When the SX chips came out, they didn't say it themselves, but they were honoring the possibility that they was just fake outright. And people that were saying, oh, it could be a glitch chip, they're like, nah, that's not possible. What you'd have to do a glitch chip, you'd have to do crazy shit. There's no way they do a glitch chip. And it was a glitch chip all along, and now it's like you can make them for $12 and use open source fucking tools. So they were wrong on glitch chips being possible, and it was a long time ago. It might have even been before Atmosphere was out. I'm not totally sure, but you know they had Pegaswitch, the original software exploit, before RCM, before Atmosphere, before all of that, and they were saying that flashcards wouldn't be possible. They'd be completely impossible. Encryption's too good. You can't do them. And now we potentially have flashcards. Now again, this could be fake. This could be totally fake. But assuming this isn't fake, which in my opinion, this looks too good to be fake. It looks too good to be a hoax. It'd be a really well-crafted hoax, right?
It looked good. Man.
They have been disproven on flashcards being possible, which leads me to believe this. Reswitch has their morals, and they're very public about their morals, and they're just not willing to try certain things. Executor and other Chinese groups have been, because China doesn't have copyright restrictions the same way America does, and I think Cyrus is in France. France is probably a little stricter on it than, probably not as strict as America, but they're not nearly as like loose as China would ever be, right? They have more open ground to try weird shit that's probably illegal, like selling glitch chips, like selling flashcards. And so it is possible that they just simply wouldn't have ever had the tools available to them to check if this was possible. So I'm at the liberty of believing that it is completely possible that they did some wacky ass shit. Maybe the reason why it took, what are we at? We're at the 6th, we're coming up on the 7th year of the Switch, and why it took them this long is because maybe from day one they were trying to crack the encryption, and maybe 2 months ago they finally figured out the private key. Now I think that is so like that is. It should be mathematically impossible. That shouldn't be possible. And MGR is probably going to call me an idiot and say, why would you even honor that that's a possibility? But it is, at this point, the fact that Reswitch has said that 2 methods of backup and or homebrew running is impossible. And it has now been proven to be possible twice by people that have way more balls than I ever would, and that Reswitch would ever have, evidently. You know, and I'm gonna go with what MGR said right now, that everything's got their unique ID.
Say said you're gonna find these on the TikTok shop soon.
I'm thinking these are gonna be the AliExpress special. You know,
the AliExpress TikTok special, baby.
Because in MGR, here's the thing. At this point, I'm really, truly, like, I am open to anything being possible. And I'm open to the possibility that you can make certs now, that you can make certs that are signed, and this could have some shit built into it, where when you put a game on, it, like, when you put the card in and it gets power before it actually loads a game, it generates a cert on the fly. Now, again, that would be monumentally insane if they did that. Like, that would be near... It should be impossible. It truly should be impossible. But at this point, I am willing to let anything fucking fly at this point.
My
that.
man says, let's him up for the beta test, man. Let's
See,
go
and
ahead.
there-
Me and you,
okay,
man.
there's
Let's
MGR.
do it.
Okay,
We're going to hit him up. Let's write him. Say we need the beta test. Just go and give it to us.
It's possible, but not likely. I will take possible. I will take it because here's the thing: people were
Update
saying
gonna kill it. I agree with MGR. Update gonna kill that shit anyway. So regardless,
okay, but if not if they're
Update
faking
can
certs,
kill it.
not if they're faking certs
No.
though. If you're faking certs, dude, they're gonna have to do some crazy shit because here's the thing: you've got hundreds of millions of game cards out there, and you can't majorly change how the Switch authenticates game cards without just going to the Switch 2 and completely changing everything because you're gonna bork old cards. I would be shocked. Again, we're talking this insane possibility they're faking certs here. It's completely possible that this is about as bullshit, as basic as it gets, where it's just it's just pulling whatever certs you put
now,
on.
I would
and
say
you're gonna
with the
get banned
certs,
instantly.
if they create certs, now this is where you're at. This is where I need your expertise. Now with certs, I know there's multiple layers of security. With a certificate, even if you are to create a digital certificate, is there another layer of security that can be done through an update that could stop? Even if you are able to create digital certs and you can sign them, is there something security-wise that Nintendo could implement to be able to detect a created cert that is not through them?
The only way I could see them being able to do this would be if they had a database of every certificate they've ever created, which is possible. They might have a database where, like, when you connect to when you put a game card in and it sends the information off, it's possible they have all of that saved. What now? The thing is, though, I feel like that would be a logistical nightmare. I feel like if they were smart, they would have some servers that they receive the data, they process it, check if it's properly signed, and then give it the green light, and the console's not banned. Right?
Okay,
That's
that seems
my guess.
logical. Right?
I would be shocked if they actually had the capabilities of every single time they burn a game.
I know, and that's a lot
to
too.
have a
I
copy
agree.
of it.
I agree. That is a lot. And the only reason I mention that because I'm not into security, and I know security is updating just as fast as everything else. So just when something gets cracked, hacked, or anything, there's security quick, fast to stop a lot of things. Now, we've seen in the past where digital certs were signed, and I could say this could be wide open. They might need to rush the Nintendo Switch 2. They may need to rush it. All right, if I'm Nintendo, maybe that's my next step. I don't know. But,
well, and MGO real quick, he said computers do all that, not people. I realize computers do all that, not people. But what I'm thinking is, does Nintendo really want to spend the money and infrastructure having a giant database of every Nintendo Switch cert? And who's to say that there's not some error that happens along the way? And yeah, I get that it's supposed to be all checksummed and shit. It's supposed to be bulletproof. I don't know. I don't trust technology enough to just go with that it's bulletproof. If something happens along the way and someone gets misidentified with, their list of shit, and they get banned, I feel like that would Nintendo will spend $10 million to make 5. You're not wrong. I don't know. I guess the thing is that's going to be the game that we're playing. If again, this is all assuming that they're faking certs, and if they're not faking certs, again, this is going to be a very boring.
Yeah,
product,
this is all assumption right now. This is all assumption.
If they're faking certs, basically it's going to be a numbers game on did Nintendo save every cert they've ever burnt or not. If they didn't, this will work. If they did, it won't work.
So let me ask this. Let's go even deeper. Is this mounting XCIs? We know XCI.
It's got to be.
Okay.
Totally.
All right. All right. I'm with you.
Because what I'm assuming is that it's the same with the IRS. Yes, exactly.
R4 back, baby. R4 is back.
If Team Executor wanted NSPs to just load as XCIs, they would have figured that out. I think what they'll probably do, and again, what they'll probably do is that if you ask, they'll say use NS what is it called, NS2I or something. It's a Switch Army knife. I know that exists, but it Switch Army knife uses another tool to convert, like that you can convert between XCIs and NSPs. So chances are,
I know what you're talking.
Although
about.
I will say this though. if this is like the gateway where the SD card basically turns into like the NAND chip that would have existed on the game card, like the actual game card, it's completely possible that again, if they want to make no money on this, right? They only want to sell to the 5 people that want legal backups, or at least people who they want to advertise it as something where it's like, by the way, this will get you banned if you pirate, but for legal people, you'll be fine. It's possible that they could say, hey, dump your own games. And then if you have your own dumped games, well, no one else is using them, so your own certs will work just fine.
Man, now we got a couple things that break it down. So one thing I want to talk about is the flashcard versus a chip, right? First of all, do you think this flashcard can run homebrew?
Probably not. I mean, the gateway, I don't think that ever ran homebrew. Well, it didn't run homebrew until they basically made a full-blown custom firmware. But again, the likelihood that this is going to end up going into a full-blown custom firmware without already needing a chip, I mean, that would be monumental if every Switch now had a new solderless solution. And if they were smart, they'd be advertising it as that and not just as a game flash card. So chances are, if this is going to run into kind of homebrew, again, you either need the mother of all exploits and faking certs with the private key, or it's not running homebrew.
Now, let's talk about the price. What do you think? Because on the market right now, you have a lot of different options. You got different versions. This is a supposed all versions. And then you have mod chips out there that some are now coming out for all versions, but you have some specific to each version. What do you think as far as price this would be on the market for someone to use a flash card versus if someone were to purchase a mod chip and get that installed? Would it be more beneficial? For instance, I'm going to give you 2 scenarios. One scenario, I am a guy who seems to, let's say, play every now and then. I'm just trying to save a little money. And then you got another guy who's I'm just trying to play every fucking thing for as much as I can for as cheap as possible. What do you think?
If you're just playing casually, I'd say get the flash card. That's probably going to be more worth it, because the thing is, you get a chip install. There's probably a lot more failure points. You either need to have the skills, you got to trust someone, and you got to send your Switch out for a while, right? You can't play the games you already got at that point. Or you got to learn the skills, or if you already have the skills, well, then why not just do the mod chip anyways for fun? If you're hardcore about it, though, I would say definitely do the mod chip, because then you can add on top of that the homebrew, which will let you emulate, and therefore you can go beyond the Switch library.
I agree.
In terms of price, though, I'm actually going to disagree with Microgaming Repairs on this. I'm actually on the upper of that, because the way I see it is, they were able to sell the gateway. Now, I get that thing was probably pure profit, but they were able to sell the gateway for $80 a year after the 3DS came out. If it really was them grinding for 7 years to figure out how to make this, and they're only just now able to show a product, unless they just started working on this, there's no fucking way they're going to get away with selling it any less than $80, in my opinion.
That would be funny, because the price of, you got the RP 2040 and you got a lot of mod chips out there very cheap, right? Very cheap out there, very low price. Was the price of those mod chips dropping because of this?
Microgaming Repair, if you're talking about right now with mod chips being available, that's 2 different issues, because you're going to have a lot of people that were not even thinking about touching homebrew on their Switch because of how intricate you need to get. You either need to find a way to buy a V1 Switch, or you need to trust sending your Switch to someone who will mod it for you, or have to skill yourself.
That I agree with you on.
Versus in this case, where now people can go, oh shit, honestly, realistically, I really did just want to play free games. Now I just buy this tool, throw an SD card in it, throw it in my Switch, and it just works. It's like the SX shit. When someone who was willing to do it before June 2018.
Totally agree. Yep.
So
you're spot on, man. Because with the flash card, that's going to be. I can think of a lot of people I know, right, who say, I want to be able to play a lot of games, and think of Christmas, prime example. You want to give a gift, right? And you're thinking of a gift to give, and you like, man, these games are expensive. Man, this is now I can buy accessories, and I could do the flash card, and I could give him the library, and I don't have to focus on the games. And can you see, because I've seen every time something like this came along, that's what happens. You're right. People that are not
You were
normally
easily
into
able
it.
to give the R4 out to people as a gift, right? This is going to be a way easier pill to swallow than finding out that you got to get this mod chip or you got to tear everything down and solder shit. You know, this is going to be a way easier pill to swallow. And this truly might traverse the normie community.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that because I just see a lot of people actually who are
Well,
not interested.
micro gaming repairs, you're a
jumping
different you're a different kind of person though, you know? I mean, you had to do that on the Sky 3DS. That thing was pretty much a success. Among
Yeah,
the
and
people
did he
that would
say
have
haven't
bought
hit
that,
plus
that
to
was a
have 40 plus?
success.
Yeah. Now, what if it's possible, right? Similar to how the loading was for the, I think it was SX Autoloader, when the game's there and the picture is up, now you can click on the game and it automatically plays. You don't have to do that each time. Is that possible?
Well,
Because I remember
So-
SX Autoloader was similar, where it wasn't there when you loaded it up.
it
the
had
picture was
omnipresent.
there, but
It
now
had
you can go.
it had omnipresent custom firmware though, which is different
yeah.
from this.
You're
We're
right, you're right,
assuming that this.
you're right.
So
My fault.
I mean, it's completely possible though that maybe when you click on an icon, maybe the Switch sanity checks and it goes, well, we don't think the game's in here, but let's ping the card and just double check. And then it goes, no, that's you try to look Mario Kart, that's Skyrim in there. He's got to switch it over to Mario Kart. So maybe what the card will do is it will, when you click the button, it gets the ping and the card goes, oh, it just called for Skyrim. They probably clicked on Skyrim. Let's switch to see if it's a Skyrim XCI. There it is. Load it. I mean, but that's assuming that the Switch calls the card to sanity check that it's that it's actually not inserted.
Yeah, and it said all firmwares, all console types. So even
And,
those
hey,
version ones.
If the guy who created this is watching this stream, take all my ideas, man. Put it in. I'll give them out for free. I don't care.
Yeah, go ahead and share this out, man. Everybody go and send it to them.
While you're at
You know
it,
what I mean?
my Discord's dead specimen. You want to add me, and we can get to talking on. I can send you my signal. If we need to talk somewhere more private, we can get hooked up with the beta program for this. I'd love to beta test this. If anyone else here has contact, anyone knows someone who would know who owns this, I would love to beta test it.
Now,
I got a Switch Lite with me. I could test
I was
this on.
gonna say you might be a good candidate, man. You might be a good candidate.
I have every type of Switch. I have the V1 unpatched. I have the V1 patched. I have a Lite with me, and I have an OLED with me. So just shoot me a message.
Now I got something good here. I want to make a statement about and see how you feel about this. Is it possible that because let's just throw out a lot of shit, right? This is the full wide open shebang that we've been waiting on. People playing online and everything, right? Would it be possible that when a Nintendo Switch 2 releases, they would remove backwards compatibility? Because we've seen this done before. I think Sony did it, and we remember the whole Wii U, Wii. A lot of times when you have backward compatibility, a lot of those same vulnerabilities lie. Is it possible that Nintendo Switch 2 just says, hey, wide open, nix backward compatibility, we're done with it?
If this is as bulletproof as I'm hoping it is, probably what will happen is Nintendo will engineer the Switch 2 shit to be way better than the Switch 1 shit. And it'll be like the 3DS, where sure you could get a DS flash card, sure you could do whatever you want in DS mode. You could fully play with that to your heart's content. You could take the Switch 2 and fully play around with Switch mode to your heart's content. But Switch 2 mode, you wouldn't be able to do anything with. You wouldn't be able to mod that. The Switch 2 mode wouldn't be able to have a card like this work. Or Nintendo could find a way, because I know that they did this where the DSi specifically had some way of its self-detecting flashcards, and then the 3DS DSi flashcards that worked fine didn't work on the 3DS. So it's complete, and the DSi did have software updates, so they could have did that to the DSi if they wanted to, but it seemed like they had to wait to the 3DS in order to do that. So it's possible that a Switch 2, they could buy 2,500 of these things and then, spend $5 million reverse engineering this and then figure out how it works. And then on a hardware level, maybe figure out a way to detect it. Maybe they could put in some physical blockade. Like you can find out, you're like, oh, hey, this has this slight design difference from the real game cards. So all we got to do is put a little piece of plastic here and there you go. Now it doesn't fit in the console.
I'm not gonna lie. One of the theories you mentioned, I'm very interested in. If you could be able to still have a Switch 2 where you can mod the Switch side of it, but the Nintendo Switch 2 side, you would not be able to do anything to. I actually think that would be, from Nintendo, very wise, right? Now, you do have the problem of when you do that, you have a lot of different vulnerabilities that can be used, even new ones that come abound because you have these two within the same hardware.
Well,
Is it so? Just give me a theory on that.
Here's what's intriguing. The only reason why the Wii U and the Wii were so backwards compatible were because they were literally the same CPU among them, just with higher clocks as the consoles went along. But mainly, not even just the CPUs, like as a actual like architecture, but they were all Power PC. So if the Switch 2 or whatever the next console is going to be backwards compatible with the Switch, chances are they're not going to go with a pure emulation method, and they're going to go with it's going to be a new ARM processor. Now, my guess is that whatever new processor they have, it's probably going to be glitch resistant because they were able to do it with the 360, with the Winchester motherboards. They were able to tighten it to where you couldn't get access to the signal needed, the post signal. And so they could do something where maybe, I don't know, there's absolutely no way to get access to CLK, or, they have like, they've completely resined off the NAND so that you can't get access to DAT0 or whatever. They do some crazy shit to where, even though it's got the same core, no pun intended, as the Switch 1, meaning it's fully backwards compatible, exploits aren't going to work.
Now, After Time X, I'm not familiar with After Time X, but they're the one that posted this and it was sent to them. Do you know anything about After Time X? I have no idea, but it seems like, why them? Why them?
As much as I like to consider myself a cybersecurity guy, I don't know who these people are. What I will say though is that so they've only been around since August.
Yeah,
at least
August of 2023 with quite a few followers, and if you look, they post quite a bit. Right?
They got a lot of generic news. Like they got crypto stuff,
generic
nuclear
news, nothing
nuclear
you're seeing
fission,
crazy.
AI stuff, IPTV. It's kind of like oh my god, Torn Freak.
Put it on the screen for everyone so they can see. But yeah, you're exactly right. Kind of like Torn Freak. I like that.
But here's something interesting. Okay, so y'all know me, all right, and y'all probably some of you were probably expecting me to say this. My immediate thought was, all right, how is Executor Gateway involved with this? But what I find interesting is, unlike with Gateway and Team Executor, this wasn't announced through like some channel connected to them. These guys don't look like they look new. They look, they look like a new group that maybe it could have been some kind of thing that they were building up in order to then turn it into this, but they just look like there was some kind of news group that for whatever reason they decided to go with them. But I don't know. It's just,
it's weird.
Something about this is really weird.
And one thing I say, when something doesn't smell right, some shit going on. And I just wondered that. So you got all the sources in the world, man. For instance, Gary Bowser, Torn Freak, right? Ernesto covered that. And then things broke out. That makes sense. That's a trail that you can follow. Torn Freak has been out for a while. I can see other people following Torn. It's just weird. Like, let's send the video
why
to
these
Aftertime
guys?
and let them, and then followed by a couple people now. But on top of that, it seems like this is the post that they set up for, that everything was supposed to be there for. If I had to guess, I look at every single other one. It is no reason for me to believe that everything was not set up for this one post.
Well, because that's the thing. I mean, let me just pull up their. I got their Twitter open on my phone right now. I don't think they talked about anything related to
No,
modding before this.
nothing.
It looks like they just had
Looks like a lot of crypto.
a lot of tech stuff. They are a tech giant. Okay. Well, here we go. Okay, they got a thing about the dark web. So they've talked about they talked about cybersecurity before.
Okay, and they have a website, aftertimex.com. If I come on there, I see a lot of things. They actually have a post that was posted today that says exciting news for the Swiss scene.
Here we go.
So,
four
is it
days
possible
ago,
a new website, new blog coming up? You know,
4 days ago they posted about the PlayStation scene. So they have talked about the scene before. So it is actually completely possible that that this isn't some kind of, like, I might just be being crazy about them being some kind of sock puppet account. What I'm interested in is they joined in August. Gary Bowser follows them, and they have 2,000 followers. So evidently they've gotten a following of people who are not just a bunch of, like, people who are in the scene. It's people that were interested in the stuff that they were already posting. And it just so happened that for whatever reason, these guys were chosen to make this announcement. I'm with MGR that I feel like this is a dummy account, but this is one of those conspiracy theories of mine that I don't truly believe. I mean, this just really seems like this is how this played out. But now my question is, why the fuck did you choose them?
Yeah, and see, exactly. So, and let's play through, because with MGR, I kind of agree. It seems like a dummy account. It seems like an account to me. If I had, like, I would say these people planned this all along. They created this account and they just put up a bunch of crap saying, hey, we're going to say that we received this video. Actually, we're the ones. Is that possible?
That's exactly what happened with Gateway. I mean, they were pretending that Max Console was this independent body that was announcing stuff for them in review. I mean, shit, you had like the world's worst leak of the core mod chips that was posted to Max Console, and then the official Team Executor YouTube channel used those same leaked pictures in their like video showing off the chips, right? I think that they set up this ecosystem of, we have a news outlet, we have different groups for different consoles and whatnot, and they set up their own ecosystem to create a narrative. And I'm suspicious that this is what's going on here, because again, they were created in August. I mean, who the fuck creates an account? Oh my god, I'm terrible. September, October, November. It's been 4 months. How do you get that much clout in 4 months? That then someone releasing something as monumental as a Switch Flashcard, and you trust them releasing this stuff?
Because you're on a roll too. You had Joseph say, how would that deal with updates? How did the Nintendo 3DS carts or anything deal with updates? Were there bulletproof ways to still use your cart but update? Can you provide some information on that?
The way the Gateway did it was they created Emunand. I think I don't know if they literally are the founders of the concept of Emunand, but they started the 3DS Emunand solution, where they were saying Nintendo is patching this out, so leave your core system on the exploitable firmware, and then we'll bring you up on your SD card to the latest firmware. But because we've got top-down access now, we don't need to exploit that firmware. We can just top-down inject shit, and it all works out. So, okay. And I don't see that being possible on the Switch without, again, another method of homebrew access.
Okay, man, you're killing right now. And I could say I went and tried to dig deeper. I could probably find more information if I looked about Aftertime X. But that's the reason, it's weird when you... So, for instance, right, if I want to drop some big news, and you say, man, I just discovered this. who do you hit up first, right? You say, man, I'm gonna hit up Nick, and we gonna come with somebody else even bigger, and we gonna drop it, right? And then you say, yo, Nick, let's hit up MGR, let's hit up, Retro Gamer, let's hit up you gonna hit up somebody, Mr. Mario, right? We gonna hit up somebody with a big following who's been in the scene, who's gonna have the best interest, right? Who ain't gonna do it. I just feel this is, and I'm kind of with it. Do seem dummy accountish, but if it is real,
you know who
why
I would
go
hit
through
up?
the dummy account process?
No,
Why do it?
You know what I would hit up? I'd hit up Zeko Shao. Zeko Shao is fucking great for releasing stuff like this. Like, I love Zeko Shao. He'd be my go-to for a person. For an outlet, I don't know. Torrent Freak doesn't really do this kind of stuff, but if I'm gonna go for an outlet, I guess I'd go for Torrent Freak, because I'm not gonna go to a mainstream outlet.
Yeah,
and I would say
agree.
that the biggest non-mainstream outlet that would be loosely connected to this would be Torrent Freak, but you probably want to go to a scene member. And that's kind of who Gary Opa was. He worked with Executor, but effectively he was like the mouthpiece. So find a scene mouthpiece. Zeko Shao would be that guy. Okay, and I don't want to downplay him. He's way more than just a mouthpiece, but but when he is a mouthpiece, he's a great mouthpiece. Fucking Wololo. No, scratch that.
Yeah.
Wololo.
Wololo.
That ends there. Thank you, MGR. I can't believe I forgot about Wololo. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Now, real quick. I need to do something real quick. Let me go.
Go ahead.
Here, if you got something to say, because I got to pull something up real quick.
No, go ahead. Now, and I'm glad you do, because I have quite a bit to talk about. Now, one of the things I mentioned was about the digital search, right? And I was thinking of multiple layers of security, which led me to like software updates and patches. And one of the things that he mentioned is an update would break it. If an update would break it, should it be recommended, right? And I think it would, for everybody to just stop right now. Put your shit in offline right this second. Right now, as you watching this, just say, yo, my shit is in offline until January 12th. You ain't got too much longer, right? Just leave my shit in offline, because 17.0.1 was released, I think, December 4th. I'm not sure.
That's what's so confusing about this. It's that I would 100% be in favor of this, even with the ban risk, if at least they were able to, say like, hey, look, you're going to get banned, but we can guarantee that this is going to be the easiest setup you'll ever have, and you won't have to think about it. But if they're going to have to tell you, like, oh, you have to have your Wi-Fi off, you have to use this DNS, you have to use regular homebrew to run this tool so that you're safe, that completely defeats the purpose. And again, you're getting into territory where, yes, the jump from that to a mod chip would still be enormous. Normies don't have that kind of tolerance, and so
Agreed.
they're going to MGR is correct. I am doing what he told me to do. If the scale's 1 to 10, right? 1 and 2 is what normies are willing to do, and then they're not going to touch anything after that. So if this is a 4 and like the OLED mod chip's a 9, it's not going to matter either way.
Now,
they're not going to want to touch
game card slots. How many get damaged? Because we all know the, entering, closing, putting in, maybe this cart is at, maybe, jamming it in there a bunch of times. With the 3DS, was there a lot of broken game card slots?
I don't think I've heard of a game card slot ever being broken at all, unless someone inserted the card wrong. I don't like. I think Nintendo makes these pretty strong. I know. Early on there were problems. That was just like they just started producing them and there were defects and shit. I don't think though that in recent times, but besides like water damage or something, like they haven't just been breaking on their own. They have a pretty good survival rate from what I've seen. Nice. Now, all right. What I've been cooking. This is something that MGR was talking about. Let me pull up. Can I get? All right. Well, this is not.
MGR, I've replaced so many game card readers. Now, if you got kids just slamming the card in there, then I definitely understand those, because you got kids like, oh my goodness, no, bam, slam it in, But if And putting it in backwards, sometimes putting it in backwards just totally destroys it. But let's go ahead. Now we're gonna pull this up, okay? And you all good? Let me know when you all good. I'll pull it up on the screen so I don't. Because last time we met, I had to bring it down. We had to bring it down.
Fuck that up. I think
took it all down. Say there ain't no time wasting with it. Just take it down.
I think we're clear. I think we're clear.
All right, cool.
All right. So what we got here? We got the Stargate 3DS. We got the Gateway website. Now you told me to go to a different website, MGR. I'll bring that. Actually, here I can. I'll do the little duplicate tab. I can get that in there in a moment. But I just wanted to.
And they only had, by the way, the Aftertime X only had 3 gaming articles, and one of them was just posted literally while we were talking. While we were talking, one was just posted. So they just now posting gaming on it. It ain't like they've been posting gaming, and now it's Nintendo Switch. Oh, we all about gaming.
God, this is all right. Now let me pull up. Executor.com. Come on. Okay, now this is going to be this website's been seized by your fucking mother.
All right, checking. There you go. It's gonna go through.
That's not gonna work because it's cloud flaring. It's cloud flaring through. There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
All right, and then we can pull up the SX portal.
Yeah, there we go.
And
so we can get a good look at everything, right? I like that. I do like that. That's gonna give us a good look.
I'm hoping. I've had trouble getting this loading through archive.org sometimes. So.
Okay.
Oh no, there we go.
Well, okay, perfect. Beautiful.
So, I don't.
Okay, and they do got that to contact us today. And it seems like they post a lot of AI stuff, and you actually go to search After Time X, it does come up to like LinkedIn articles. You'll find like AI at Work, Jim Spignardo, and all these other names. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they have any relation, but it just seems weird that it comes up with After Time X, and when you search it,
and they got the same thing on all of these, where it's just at the bottom. They just got the copyright Team Executor. On here, I don't know if TX, no, because this is a WordPress thing. Gateway, copyright 2016. Right. Just as a site origin thing. Shout out to site origin. And then down here, we got copyrighted 2023 X theme by Aftertime. Okay, wait, are they just like big dick suckers of X.com or something? Because they only have an X account. They don't have a Facebook or Instagram or anything else.
No, I'm telling you, this almost seems set up. This almost seems set up, man. This is bullshit. What if it's all bullshit, man? Let's talk about that. What if it's all bullshit? Is it possible that this is complete bullshit? That none of this is real? We just fucking talking out our ass.
I don't want to say it's complete bullshit though. It doesn't. I think that this is very well crafted. Let me stop screen sharing real quick. I need to pull up a website real quick. Let me get that. All right, I'll get the screen share back up. Just trying to be safe. Here we go. All right. So we're gonna do Aftertime X registered on. This wasn't even registered till September.
I ain't even had to look at that, man, to know that. It's all what I told you. When you smell bullshit.
Wait, country.
It's bullshit.
Country IS. What is IS?
You ain't even had to look none of that up for me to know there was some bullshit going on, man. Once them posts, right? How many times have people been hacked and you get the Elon Musk post and the crypto post and a lot of that was that. And then all of a sudden, Nintendo Switch, boom. Now we're into gaming. And then you look up all this and look at this bullshit.
Okay, I looked it up. IS is Iceland, which I guess makes sense. That does seem like a pretty Icelandic name.
Okay.
Did not. It's a privacy. Okay, they got a privacy thing. That makes sense. Okay, so this isn't. But it was registered in November. I'm very confused by that. Like,
bingo, spanking new.
All right. Well, we're uncovering some interesting stuff here. What the hell is going on with this?
Yo, and that's why I went to Aftertime X, right? Information gets released. Why do you go to Aftertime X? It doesn't. And then the way they phrase it, right? They say, we've obtained from one of our followers. What fucking followers? You're brand new. Who the fuck would be a follower of a
and
brand
how
new
the,
shit?
how the
Nobody's
fuck do they
following
have
you.
where'd they get 2,000 followers from? Because I doubt
Bingo.
that this just gave them all these followers that quickly. I mean, maybe it did,
It
but
could have possible. I can, I ain't gonna
you
doubt
know,
and I could go through. I ain't got the analytics, but I could go through pulling out analytics.
well, and because I'm looking
Oh
through their
man,
followers.
thank you for the follow, man. My
I
dog. Thank
mean,
you for that, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. I like
they
my
look
folks, man.
a lot of them look legit, but like I don't see. And here's the thing. Like I'm looking, X is saying that they got 366,000 views on this video, but they got less than 1,800 likes on the tweet, and 2,300 followers. So I highly doubt that all the followers came from this tweet.
I'm with you.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that they're botting. For the this isn't even saying like I'm not saying that they're botting. Except I'm truly not insinuating that they're botting. But what I am wondering is where are these followers coming from? Truly, like what was the clientele for these guys, or were they truly? Are they truly just some guys that came out of nowhere and everyone just went, "Oh, these guys are really good." That's completely possible. But I don't know, something about announcing your new Switch Flashcard.
Yeah, and not only that, Doc Smith. So let's say that is true. Why would I not just create a page and make this the whole focus? Why wouldn't I market it the right way? Right? You could do this. Could have been a lot bigger if you would have marketed it the right way. I could have said, hey, I could have named my page something with a cart. I could have had everything out there. I could have, went to the right people to have them retweet it. I could have did a whole big marketing push. Why this bullshit?
They don't, well, and see, okay, and this goes back to what I'm saying, though, about the Instinct MX and the HW Flies basically didn't have any kind of announcement. They were monumental because people were basically thinking, well, shit, the SX chips are dead, so Switch modding is dead unless you have an old one or you get one of the SX chips, right? And so, but they didn't have some kind of big announcement, and they're all the AliExpress specials. But this, because they're doing some kind of serious announcement, insinuates that they're probably going to have a website and they're probably going to have some kind of dedicated place to purchase this. And if that's not getting resellers, which good fucking luck. But if they're going to be doing resellers, they'd all have to be on AliExpress. In which case, why not just go through AliExpress and go through word of mouth? It's working well for the, for the Instinct and the HW Flies and the Pico Flies. Them doing this announcement video, going to someone with an announcement video. Whenever they do this insinuates a website's coming where they're going to have a bunch of fucking promises and probably resellers. So I don't know. We might have the 2018 Switch scene back again, and I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Oh damn, man. Okay, so we talked about price a moment ago, and my man MGR said $50 to $80 would be his guess. Now,
I haven't been interrupting a lot,
guess?
but I have a very kind of good reason to interrupt this time. So first off, they mentioned that it's shipping in January. But they also said, quote, "We were promised to more updates soon, so make sure to follow us for the latest news about this device." So they are apparently the dedicated news source for this. They've said it themselves.
Yeah, literally. That's what I'm saying. They said, follow us after Time X. And if I'm the feds, right, I literally am going to say this is a sham account. These guys are behind this whole thing. They're trying to push a product and act like they're someone else. Okay. And also, I'm going to start doing Google searches on them. And I'm going to start looking, their website. Oh, this website looks familiar. It looks like anybody could do this. Okay. Put up a couple articles, and bam, we're on. I think, what did they start putting up articles on the website not that long ago?
Well, okay. Here's the thing. All right. Here's the thing that gets me, though, right? Here's who I think should be interested in this. Not the homebrew community, not pirates, and not even Nintendo. The feds should be really interested in this. And look, you know me, I'm no shill for the feds. But if this is going to go the route I think it is, where we're going to see a page pop up and it's going to look suspiciously familiar, like every fucking thing we've seen from the Gateway team, and it's pretty clear that this is another gateway product. What I'm going to be interested in is, number one, are the feds going to pay special attention to this? Because now they got Max Warren directly on their radar. But also, are they going to how are the people going to react? Because now the people know that Max Lorne not only is, he like this mastermind that had the gateway and, that did all the bricking, like he's an asshole on that front, but people are now aware that that guy committed credit card fraud. Like he committed like bog standard white collar, like fucked up crimes that even those diehard of pirates would go like, nah, man, I draw the line at credit card fraud. So if people start getting suspicious that this is the same team, which with looking at these websites, I mean, look, again, I don't have any definitive evidence, and it's really just me being a conspiracy theorist. But if it turns out that this ends up looking exactly like how it was looking before, where I called that the Classic 2 Magic and the True Blues were owned by Executor, and Executor was Gateway and all of that kind of shit, right? The standard buyer won't know that, but they'll know once campaigns start. Because I'm betting that there's going to be, there was a campaign against Executor because they're Gateway and Gateway bricked shit. If this starts making the rounds, you're going to see a lot of people, including like normie hackers who maybe lightly paid attention to the Switch scene. It was like, oh fuck, those guys profit off stuff, so fuck them, right? Normie hackers are going to start coming out saying, guys, do not buy this Flashcart. It is from a guy who has committed credit card fraud. And I'm wondering how that might impact sales. I really do.
Yeah, no, you spot on, man. A lot of people just going through, Twitter. We see a lot of this comment. My favorite one was Nintendo Ninjas watching this and the dude's face. Yeah, he ain't lying, man. They're going to be all over it. Now, this is similar to many other rollouts, and they hide behind other things. And I can go ahead, I've spoke with Gary. I haven't spoke with Gary about this, but I can reach out to Gary. I can reach out to Max. I can reach out to a couple sources. I haven't, I've been busy today, but I am going to reach out to a couple sources, see what I can find out. Why the hell not?
You made a great, you said that better than I could about how this is similar to other rollouts. And I didn't even think about it like that this is how a lot of these products have been launching, where some news site, in the case of this, it was not really a news site. It was the group with a fake news site, basically, right? But the group, a news site was like, look at this scene, this new crazy wacky products coming out for this console that could do cool piracy or do cool homebrew or whatever, right? And then the group comes out of the woodwork, and now they're like, look at this, guys, we have a website, and here's our product, and here's what it actually does. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed our reveal. And like it really, it's very cookie cutter. And I'm just, I don't know. For once, I'm really feeling loose on these conspiracy theories. I'm not holding myself hard to them. But I don't know, man. I don't know. This is just,
I'm with you.
Something is not so
I don't
right
know.
with me.
And I'm with you. Like at first I say, okay, when I say the shit don't smell right, I don't mean the shit don't smell right as far as it's fake. I mean the shit don't smell right. Like there may be something deeper going on. There might be people in the same. And you yourself, sir, were one that when we talked about SXOS and SX Pro and Team Executor, you made the correlation to a lot of the groups even before the fucking indictment came out. That was like, the indictment had these things mentioned in there. You were able to see that. They were able to see it. We just now broken down looking at the websites. Similar things. Those things are what they're going to look at. Is this something now that's going to be a big thing you think Nintendo would even care about, similar to Team Executor, or do you think that shit's over with Switch 2? Let's go.
I like how you put that. I would like to think it's going to be shit's over with Switch 2, but I also know that I think the Switch 2 should have came out 2 years ago, and it didn't. So I don't know. I mean, fuck, Nintendo might write it out to 10 years. I mean, honestly, Nintendo. I mean, people are going to start getting fucking furious, but I really do think Nintendo thinks that they can ride this out as long as they want. They probably can.
Right.
And if they end up doing that, I mean, look, again, if they're gonna pull AliExpress special, there's not a whole lot Nintendo can do about it. They're gonna try as hard as they can to catch it and get bans out to people using it. But if this is Executor and they pull the exact same shit they pulled last time, there's not going to be a single U.S. or probably there's not going to be a single Japanese, U.S. or UK reseller. You're going to have to get it in.
Be a reseller.
You're going to need to either get it direct from China, or you're going to need to, see if you can get like a European drop ship or something. I mean, I don't know. You're going to have to find
AliExpress TikTok special.
That's the thing. I mean, they hopefully they should know by now that look, you can AliExpress special this shit, rotate your resellers, have some code words, but the word usually gets out. You use people have been able to find it. Hundreds of possibly thousands of these mod chips have been sold successfully on AliExpress. People who care can get them. They might just have to do it that way, or at the very least, get resellers in countries that are safe, and then tell the U.S. and like European countries with copyright law that works. You got to get it on AliExpress. Got to get that Chinese AliExpress special, man. Nothing you can do.
Yo, and that's one thing I noticed with the TikTok shops too. I seen a lot of Chinese products on there, so I wouldn't doubt that there's going to be a TikTok shop where somebody sells these things. Because to be honest, I don't even think you could be held liable at that point if you're a creator, because these things are actually, there are other people who are selling these, and you are simply seeing it within the TikTok shop.
Well,
so you're not even, it's available. I can pick any
this
option, and I pick this option. It's not even my fault. It's available.
This is actually going to be interesting because there's already precedent on flashcards in a lot of countries, and in a lot of countries they've been ruled legal. I think France is one of them where these are actually legal. Now, different time, different console, probably different methods. It's completely possible a court nowadays, even if it's like the exact same judge with the exact same ideology, maybe they get presented with like, this chip actually has to do these exploits, and they come with these pieces of code in order to work, and this is all copyrighted, and if it didn't have this, it wouldn't be able to work. So they're having to use our copyrighted code to make this work. They didn't have to do this on the original R4 cards we tried to get banned. These they do. Ban these, and not like leave the R4s legal. We don't care about those anymore, right? So maybe that could happen. But that's what makes this interesting, is that you might have places like France where you might actually have a lot of people dissuaded for getting mod chips because they can make the argument that those are circumvention devices, but not the flashcards.
Exactly, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to holler at my man, OG Max. You know what I mean? OG Max. I'm going to holler at him, man.
You know damn well if he has anything to do with it, he's not going to fucking say anything. You know damn well.
I'll holler at OG Max, man. You ain't got to, I don't even, you ain't got to tell me. Don't tell me nothing I can get in trouble for. That's it.
Look, here's the thing. If he does it, get the VPN up, get Tor up, and hit me up on Signal. Let me know what he says or something, because I don't fucking think.
You're going completely off the grid. Yeah. You know, I feel you, man. You know what? I am gonna message him. I'm gonna reach out to everybody, see if we get any more information. But and I know we've been on a minute. It's late, so I'm gonna go ahead. And I know we all gotta, roll on. But I'm glad
Merry
we were able
Christmas
to take
Eve to everybody.
I know you're right. That's it, man. You ain't lying. We're this close. Damn, right around the corner. Yeah, Merry Christmas Eve to everybody, man. Hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna be back. I'm gonna actually hold on. When is Sunday? All right, Sunday is Eve. Yeah, I'm doing it. I ain't playing. I'm doing the podcast, man. You know what I mean? It's too much. I might get some little additional info too, because I'm about to start reaching out.
Well, I was gonna say tomorrow, get the wrap up on get the concise version of this. Just be like, hey, look, we got this, and here's some of the cliff notes of what we talked about and what we think might be going on, and then talk about the other stuff going on.
Exactly. You won't. You spot on.
Will this kill Steam Deck emulation or something?
Will Steam Deck now be overthrown?
No, it will not. Never.
Steam Deck is. I ain't gonna lie. Them guys.
As a prospective Steam Deck owner, fuck no.
Yo, I can tell you, they've went as far as every single game. You will see something about it being Steam Deck verified or not. And you also have all these different things you can spend those points on, right? Custom ways you can start it up and all these, as long as they're getting people into that, yeah, I agree. They bought into
Steam winter sales going on right now. There's some pretty damn good discounts.
I agree.
Out there.
Great damn sales. And a lot of them are going on to like even January 4th. So you got time.
Tell you what, y'all. Get your rich family members to get you the Steam Deck. Have everyone else get 10 of your family members to get you a $20 Steam gift card. I tell you what, once you got $200 of Steam credit, tell you what, this winter sale you can blow through 50 games with that, and you'll be playing your Steam Deck for the rest of your life.
Yo, he talking facts though. He ain't lying. So, yo, other than that, man, Dr. Specimen, appreciate you coming here, man, and breaking this all down for a lot of us. Okay.
Thanks for letting me hop on immediately. And hey, I'm serious. Any y'all out there, if you actually have connections with this,
Yeah, exactly.
shoot me a message on Discord. Hey, if you don't want to talk about it on Discord, then just shoot me a message saying, hey, can we talk somewhere else? I can just give you my phone number. I can give you whatever you want. We can talk on a more secure platform. I'd love to beta test this thing. I'll make a video for you if you want. I don't care what I got to do. I'll test it. I'll test it on Nick, if you want me to keep that delay, I'll test it on the OLED, the light, the V1 unpatched, the V1 patch.
Look, there you go. You're right. I got all of them. You got all of them. You'll test it on every one. You know what I mean? Yo, my dog. I appreciate you, man. And yo, we're gonna go ahead and end it. Everybody that tuned in, appreciate you. We got a couple people, Jen follow. We got other people jumping in on this. I appreciate it. And it's gonna be up so everybody can tune in for the repeat. But other than that, we out.
Have a good night, everybody.